Let it rip. All right. So welcome everyone. It's nice to see we have a good turnout here. I think all of you know me. I'm the strategic account manager that works with all of AIA. And then we also have local representation. I can get you connected with your local sales rep and our inside sales rep that covers your area. So today we're going to have some fun and we're going to take a walk through our new virtual showroom. And when I do that, I'm going to focus on new products at the same time because it's the beginning of the year and everyone wants to know what's new. So you'll get a 2-for-1 with that, which will be nice. And then more importantly, I think is what's selling. How can you guys grow your business? What are people buying? Where do you want to spend your time? So I'll share some ideas with you there. And by then, hopefully I've got you excited enough that you're thinking, all right, I'm in. How do I get the word out to my customers? So I'll wrap it up with some marketing tools to make it easy for you to get the word out to your customers and connect you and your brand with this category. So the interesting thing is the products that you love and have been selling for years with Showdown are still selling. The difference is your customers are looking for signage and visual communication more so than event products or trade show products, events, that type of thing. So you want to be talking how they talk and make sure that they understand that you can help them with solutions with visual communication and signage. And to back that up, I saw an article last November in Counselor, and it was about the product of the year, which no surprise was face masks. And yes, Showdown has one, but that's not what got me excited. They talked about 8 other promo products that defined 2020, and signage was one of those 8 product categories. So if you weren't selling signage last year, no worries. It's still strong and will continue to be strong this year as companies are still trying to find their way out of the pandemic and returning their employees and getting customers back and getting back to a little bit more semblance of normalcy. The other article that supports this category was more recent in ASICentral.com, and it was about the top 100 ESP searches, and you can see that signs and displays was number 21. So your counterparts were going into ESP searching because their customers were asking for this category. We also had 3 subcategories that made it in the top 100 as well, with flags, tablecloth sets. Believe it or not, table throws were still selling last year and have come back stronger this year, and banners. So with that said, hopefully you're all thinking, all right, show me what I need to know. So we're going to jump into the showroom and I'll focus on some new products. Before I do that, I want to mention silicone edge graphic displays and signage because I'm going to show you some of those items. And while you can look at them physically in the showroom, I want to make sure you understand what you're looking at. So silicone edge graphics, we take a frame, aluminum frame, and then you have a graphic that you lay over the top of it. And there's a silicone edge around that graphic, and you pinch that into the channel on that aluminum frame. And what it does is it gives you a really nice, crisp, taut look, kind of retail, a little bit more upscale. And we're seeing a lot of interest in the silicone edge graphic displays. This goes back to 2018, 2019. Last year would have been a big year. That's where everything was trending, and just a little bit of a pause before we got into 2021, but we see it coming back. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. So here's a picture of the showroom, and I am going to jump in. And I just have to move this screen for you in a second here. All right. Are you guys seeing the showroom? All right, cool. So Dean, I believe you may have been here. This is our Brooklyn Center, Minnesota showroom, the actual showroom. So if you ever make it to Minnesota, when we bring our employees back, we would love to have you come visit us. The cool thing about this is, even when things get back to normal, most of you don't live in Minnesota. So if you want to bring the showroom to them, this virtual showroom lives on and it is client friendly. So you can walk through past that reception area into our sales sign area, or you can go to the left. And I am going to go to the left because, as I mentioned, I am going to also focus on our new products at the same time. So right here is our new Trash Works product. So this will be great when events come back. Definitely you see them on the event floors. However, in the meantime, think of your customers that have warehouses, manufacturing facilities. They have these trash barrels all over the place. Great opportunity to put safety messages on there, maybe health messages, hygiene, anything related to the health and safety. We also have back in this corner a new product called our Eurofit swivel displays. Last year, we saw a huge demand for outdoor products. People are looking to do as much as they can outdoors, and a traditional outdoor product is a little bit more clunky looking. So we're very happy to have something a little bit more upscale. It's the Eurofit product that you're used to. You put the cover over it like a pillowcase. It's double-sided. This will swivel in the wind. It's rated for up to 15 miles per hour. And there's 3 different sizes there. You can weight that ballast down with water or sand to get it holding probably about 60 pounds. So definitely designed for outdoor use. Going down this aisle is all of our signage. I want to mention real briefly that up on the window here, we have a window cling. So we have window clings. They're not your static cling. It's actually a backer. You pull it off and it'll stick to the window, but it won't ruin the surface. And we've got 8 different sizes, the largest being 36 by 48. However, we can do custom sizes. And again, your customers are looking for opportunities to put signage in all different places. So having that opportunity with that window cling will definitely be interesting for some of your customers. Down here, I'm coming into the tent area, but on the left, you see a table. And above that, we have wall decals. Those are new this year. Those are repositionable. Again, not going to ruin the surface. We have 6 stock sizes, the largest being 36 by 48, but we can do custom sizes as well. And by now you're starting to wonder, what are these purple dots all over everything? So those are targets. So I see this thing laying on the table and I'm wondering what it is. If I put my mouse over the purple target, I can look at the product detail. And it's going to tell me what the price is, the item number. I can get all the information I need. Now, a little tip for you, if you're going to walk a customer through, do not be logged into the Showdown website, because as you know, when you're logged into the Showdown website, you are going to see your net pricing. So make sure you log out of the Showdown website when you come into the showroom. These are gallery signboards, which many of you may not have even known we had. So it's a gallery wrapped wood frame. And you might be thinking, okay, well, that's cool. I wonder what other sizes they have. So here's the whole assortment. We have 6 stock sizes. And then we have a version with a black frame around it. It's called a floating frame. And that is popular when people want something a little bit more upscale. The largest on the gallery signboards is 20 by 30. And the other category I can look at when I click on the purple dot is the signage category in general. And I'm going to skip that for now. I want to mention with the tents here, we have 5 different 10-foot tents, and we couldn't put them all in the showroom. This showroom is 7,000 square feet, by the way, so it's quite large, but we wanted to get as much product in as we could. We show a dye sub tent on the right and a full color imprint on the left. But if your customer wants to dive in deeper on tents, you can bring them over to this windowsill, and we show the legs for the different types of 10-foot tents. And it's really the hardware that distinguishes the difference. So again, I can click on the premium. If there's a video, the video will pop up automatically. And if I don't want to watch that, I can just put it on pause. And then again, I can go to the scroll over here and I can look at all of the options within the premium tent, which will show me a 1-color imprint, a 2-color, dye sub, some of the accessories, etc. So you can really get in deep. And the cool thing, by now, some of you might be looking and saying, wow, is that a spinning wheel? I didn't know you had spinning wheels. Or, oh my gosh, you have a cornhole game. The same thing is going to happen with your customers when you bring them in here to look at one product category. You're exposing them to everything that you can help them with. And this is definitely going to open up new opportunities for you. As I walk down this aisle, these are what we call our banner displays. So we have a lot of different kind of indoor type of signage look. We have some outdoor. We have the fun little face cutout. Those of you that have been at the AIA events when I'm there, we're getting our pictures taken, and I'm sure we'll be doing that again soon sometime. Right in front of me, this Trinity banner, this is a new product. This is a 3-sided banner. You can't really tell looking at that, but if you look down at the polished floor, you see the reflection, and it's a hollow triangle. So it's one continuous wrap, but you can have 3 different messages on it. And that is about $300 at starting retail. So it's a nice price point. And that is on one of our sales sign bases. So you can turn it. It's not going to spin because it's indoor base, but a cool product nonetheless if you've got customers looking for 3 messaging opportunity. On the right, you're starting to see some of our tabletop displays. So this is where you bring your customer if they tell you they're doing a little recruiting event. On the left, you're seeing all different options for backdrops, lobby walls, trade show displays, that type of thing. I am going to stop right here because I want to show you this laser line table throw. So table throws, many of you know, is our #1 category by far. Even last year during the pandemic, it remained our #1 category, and we're seeing it come back stronger in 2021. I wanted to mention the laser line because the laser line is a lower cost alternative. It's the same material as our economy and our standard. We're laser cutting it, which is heat sealing it, and we don't need to do anything else to it. We're not surging it, and that's saving money. You can do a full color, full bleed, or a front only imprint, and you'll save about 10 to 12% over doing one of our traditional standard or economy table throws. And you can see it lays real nice on the table. And the people that were ordering this last year when we first introduced it, just the front only, they're ordering again and again. So it's kind of becoming the favorite for a lot of people. If you do runners, which are popular right now for draping over tables with health and safety messaging, you can save 30%, maybe even 35% on a laser line runner. When I come down here, right in front of me is the Eurofit section. So we've got this orange wall here. So if a customer was specifically looking for something for their showroom, their lobby, a trade show, you can bring them back over in this corner. Right here is the beginning of our retractor row. I'm going to come up it backwards. And the reason I came in this corner is I want to show you this InstaChange retractor. So the InstaChange retractor is brand new. You notice first that the base is a little bit more contemporary. When I turn and look at these other bases, this looks more contemporary, more upscale. It's kind of like an iPhone. You can choose white or black, but it's an InstaChange retractor, which means you can open up the bottom, put in a whole new cartridge, pull it up, and you've got your branding. The next day, you might want to brand to a different market, let's say finance and education. I open it up, I put in my new cartridge, pull it up, and it looks like a whole new retractor. So again, it's that cost of one retractor, but multiple uses. And customers are always looking for a good value of their money. Notice that you're getting a 360 view. So this is nice because you can have a discussion about the difference in the quality of retractor hardware, why they might buy one product over another. I'm going to land right here because I want to talk about this double-sided spotlight retractor. So this has 2 banners, and I'm going to come right here. It was not lit, but when they took the scan, but there's lights going right down the center of it, LED lights. And if you want to see what that looks like lit up, if you look behind me, this yellow display, that is the spotlight retractor. So those lights in the center going up give it a nice even glow throughout. The cool thing about this is a double-sided retractor that's illuminated. It starts at $560, which is a great price point for an illuminated product in general, and then to be a double-sided banner. So as these events start coming back and we're looking at evening events, I think you'll have a lot of interest from your customers. Illumination is definitely a theme that was kicking in 2019, going into 2020, so I know it's going to come back strong. This area back here is our health and safety area. So these are all products that we designed since last April. If you were not aware that we have sanitizer stations, definitely pay attention to that. And again, you come back in here, you've got a customer and they're thinking, oh, cool. Sanitizer stations, what other ones do you have? I can go to the purple target. And again, if there's a video, it's going to kick in. So this one's going to show me, this is actually one of those silicone edge options. I'm going to pause it and I'm going to show you how you could show them all of the hand sanitizer options. So I just click on that and now I can scroll. I can look at different price points, what my options are. And the other option on that one would have been to look at all of the health and safety. So as far as the other products in the health and safety, right in front of me on the floor, we've got the surface grip circles. This is a product that we've had in our line for years, that just a floor graphic. We have indoor and outdoor. The indoor is good on carpet as well as hard surfaces. And this shows you that we're not limited to the circles. You can use our stock art if you want to do the traditional social distancing circles. We've got the feet. We can do custom. And again, we've got the indoor and the outdoor option. Back here, we have the counter barriers, and we still get daily requests for counter barriers. The latest statistic I heard was 80% of corporations had not returned their employees back yet. We're one of those. We're not bringing employees back until the earliest in June. So they still need to plan for that return. We do have complete acrylic ones. I have one behind me right here. I'm just showing you the more upgraded style version. Over here is our frameworks display. This is that fun item that we've all gotten our picture taken in at your fun events. All we did was put a clear vinyl in there. And the nice thing about that is now I have a floor standing barrier as well. And right here, you're seeing the back of a retractor. Let me turn myself around here. And again, that's the economy retractor. We can go as wide as 48 inches, or we can do a little tabletop. And that's another floor standing barrier option. So those are the health and safety products. We do have a face cover, and where our face cover would come in is it's dye sublimated, 2-ply, and minimum is just 12, and it's manufactured in Minnesota, so it's USA made. So keep us in mind if you're looking for a small quantity, 2-ply, dye sublimated, but I know you've got a lot of sources for face covers. This area right here around our fountain, which is not working because we are not in the facility, it's beautiful when it is flowing, is where we have all of our sales signs. So if you know you have a customer looking at doing an outdoor event, you can bring them into this area. We have our good, better, best, so you can actually go in deep and look at what the different manufacturing is, the sewing for the different options. The other cool thing about the showroom in general, I'm going to see if I can get an angle going back here, is this shows relative height for your customers. So if you were to show them this big green jumbo outdoor display on a PowerPoint deck or on a website screen, it's just not going to do it justice. Now they get a better idea of what that is and how tall it is. And you can zoom in on any of these. And I also want to mention back here, kind of hiding, this is a Boulevard banner. So we even have the Boulevard banners, which last year, one of your associates did a presentation on the value of selling Boulevard banners. So if I come back out to the front, I'm going to sneak back down this aisle and show you a few more things. Here's some of the outdoor A-frame signs, which again, anything outdoor was hot and continues to be. Just saw a couple nice tent orders today. This is a new product. This is our silicone edge A-frame. These are called the Impress, and these are rated for indoor use. And you can see again that nice aluminum frame, definitely a different look than what you see with the traditional Sinacade here. And these are going to be great for restaurants, lobbies, retail locations, things along those lines. Over here, this Express banner display. This is another new display that can be either on the table or on the ground. There's different sizes, and it starts at $125. So for a fabric banner display. That's a great price point. And right here, I mentioned that people are looking for illumination. So this area is all of our illuminated displays and signage that we have available, or a good selection of them. This is that silicone edge display again. So you see on the ground here, this small one, there's your aluminum frame, and that graphic gets pushed into the channel. So it's that really nice, clean look, and your graphic is taut. It's not kind of loosely hanging on there. These are popular in airports and lobbies. People were starting to use them a lot at trade shows. So I think these are going to come back strong as business starts to pick up and we're seeing those events happening. These are stock units that you can buy, but we can also do completely custom. So if your customer says, hey, I've got a wall that's X by X, can you build one of these? Yes, absolutely. In fact, we have a build your own configurator on our website that you can just price it out yourself. We also have wall hanging options. We have some stock, but we can do custom. And on all of these, when you're looking at a silicone edge display, as you saw with that A-frame, it doesn't have to be lit. Lit is a cool feature of it, but that's totally your option if that's what your customer is looking for. And I want to show you a couple more quick things in the showroom, and then I'll see if you have questions on the showroom. This is our aluminum signboard. And again, if you weren't familiar with us having the aluminum signboard, this is a nice one to click on because it'll show you all the different sizes and options. And with this, I'll just kind of scroll down. We have 15 different sizes, and I'm going to hold it up in front of the video here. It's a really classy looking sign. It's a white base coat, so it really pops, and then you can put it on a base. So we've had these used for awards. We've had them for lobby signage. It's kind of got a little bit of an industrial look to it. And the aluminum signboards go as wide as 24 by 36, and just a really cool product. The other thing that you might have noticed as I was going through is the purple targets were to tell you about the product. The green targets are to tell you about a collateral material or give you access to one. So if you came in here with a customer that's about sports and recreation, I can click on this and it'll pull up the sports and recreation vertical market flyer, shows the products in play in their space. No pricing on these, and any pricing that you see in the showroom is retail pricing unless you're logged in, which again, I'm recommending you don't. One last peek at this Trinity banner, because this is a little bit better angle. You can see that that was three-sided. So again, at $300, I think that'll be a nice selling product for 2021, because that's where we are. So before I pull out of here, does anyone have any questions on the virtual showroom?
Sherry, Sean had a question. He said, can we send a link to our customers so they can look at it on their own time, or do we need to be in it with them?
You can absolutely send a link to your customer. We took care to not brand every product Showdown. The only Showdown mention is these catalogs that you see throughout. And if they're in there on their own, they're going to only see retail pricing because you're not there. So even if you were logged in. So you're safe to do that. I like the idea of trying to go in with your customer because then you can kind of guide them. And that just made me think of one more thing. So down in the left-hand corner here, if you're like, geez, I don't know where to go. And if I click on this little, there's three icons. I'm going to click on the middle one. That's the floor plan. So if you're thinking, I want to go right to tents, my customer doesn't have a lot of time, or I want to go right to health and safety. Here's health and safety. Here's tents. I can jump right back to tents and I get to where I need to go. Other questions?
I think that was the only one.
Okay.
Sure.
What does everyone think? Put some comments in the chatter while I go back to my PowerPoint. Don't all talk at once.
I give you guys credit for finding a way to adapt during the pandemic. Robin asked the link for the Showdown.
Yeah, people are raving about it. And I've heard a lot of success stories from distributors already where they went in and we're looking at tents or something, like, wait, go back. You have that type of thing. So it really gets you exposure for this category. So a couple new products that were not in the showroom. I mentioned illumination is a strong interest right now. This is a new illuminated table throw. So this is available as those evening events start happening, 6 foot and 8 foot. We also have other lit type of signage. So over my head in the corner, you see something turning colors. That's the Light Rider sign. That's about a $375 retail. Definitely good for restaurants, any retail frontage, but we also have hospitals looking at that for making it clear, like we have X number of COVID patients that have left, or manufacturing facilities that want to put safety messages. This is a new product called the Lux Glow. We just introduced this in February, so you guys can take an early look at it. There's actually 4 different options. I'm going to hold one up in front of the screen here. This is the actual Lux Glow where the whole sign glows. And again, nice price points on these. So not just for the retail and the restaurants. Think of your customers that are looking for signage that's really going to stand out to even their employees so that people notice it. The A-frames, I showed you those kind of white and black, and I said the outdoor, plastic, huge global demand on those, to the point where it's hard to get them in. The minute we get them in and we get hundreds in, they're out the door. We get hundreds in, they're out the door. So speaking of innovation, Melissa, we came up with this Coro A-frame. So I'm holding it up here in front of the screen so you can see. It's obviously lightweight. You can have 2 different messages on it. This little bottom, the way it's connecting is different than some of them we've seen out there where they have Velcro, a little bit different type of fastening. 2 of them for $75. It's light, but it's safe for outdoors. You would just need to weight it down. So this is the same material that you see yard signs made of, and it's just an adaptation to make it inexpensive for indoor and outdoor A-frame type of signage. This is a new Eurofit banner stand that was not in the catalog. It just introduced in January. Great for any of your customers that have a circular logo, or for the Gong Show. That's what it reminds me of. This is an easy snap hanging banner. This would hang in the center of a room so you see messaging coming and going. It's a 13-ounce vinyl. You can have 2 messages. Down at the bottom, we're attempting to show that could be that clear vinyl. So this would be one more option for that protective barrier as employees start returning to the office. I could hang it in front of my desk as wide as 36 inches. Real easy to put together, and love those price points as people are looking for affordable options. We've had a lot of requests for green screens with people doing more and more videos and people doing the Zoom meetings. And so we have 2 options for you. Essentially, all you're doing is flood coating a product 354C, but we made a few kits out of it. So it's easy for you to just say, hey, I need a green screen. You can see price points there. It's actually the same price as if you were doing a more custom print, because we still have to print it and we're just flood coating it 354C. The Eurofit is another option. With the Eurofit, you can buy it like that. The whole thing, both sides would be green screen. Or I just ordered one green screen on one side and I'm doing a different print on the other side. The beauty of the Eurofit products. Speaking of the Eurofit product, again, these are those aluminum frames. A lot of people wanted the clear barriers, but there's a whole set of people that want privacy as well. Our Eurofit product, the materials are washable, but this is a vinyl, double-sided smooth 13-ounce vinyl, so easy to wipe down with our conscientious effort to be hygienic and keep people clean and safe. So now I've got a protective barrier and a privacy barrier. So these are being used in salons and nail salons, things like that. Could be in offices between cubicles or between where people are sitting at tables. A lot of different options for that. So those are the new products. And I wanted to tell you what's selling, because we survived 2020 quite well, especially considering people thought of us as a trade show company. And the reason we did well is a lot had to do with our health and safety products. And I'll show you some of the other more traditional that were trending. But keep the health and safety products in mind, because as I mentioned earlier, 80% of companies haven't gone back yet. They still need the barriers, whether it's a counter barrier or floor standing barrier. Those surface grip circles, they're going to need more of them. Some of our competitors do a laminate over it, and you'll see those out in the stores. They're starting to peel and kind of mosaic. Ours is a good quality, but even ours, because of the cleaning, the stringent materials that we're using to clean, they're going to need to be replaced. Tents, cannot say enough about how important tents are right now. We talked about how cold it is in most of the country, but we all know spring is coming, and some parts of the country are using tents all year. Tents are another popular product because everybody wants to be outdoors as much as possible. This is a good example of that, an assisted living facility that wanted to do their visiting outdoors instead of bringing the germs and the viruses indoors. So not only do you have an opportunity for a tent, but the signage, where to park, things like that with that. You see the little white A-frame here and the sale sign. Sale signs and A-frames were our top 2 outdoor selling products other than tents last year. With the sale signs, remember, we have a good, better, best, and we have all different sizes. So definitely have something for every customer. Big demand for some of that communicating through COVID messaging, curbside pickup, senior citizen shopping. But think of like auto dealers. They were open, free financing. The boat dealerships will probably do great this year. So traditional use for sales signs as well as the communicating through COVID. Custom nylon flags. We're one of the larger manufacturers of USA-made nylon flags. So keep us in mind. We had a lot of distributors like yourselves that were purchasing these, folding them up and putting them in the box gifts that you're sending out to people. Think of us accepting new students in the colleges, graduates, alumni associations, unions. These were used for all sorts of different applications. And we've got all different sizes. We have stock sizes. We can do custom design. We have stock designs. We even have these little stick flags. So flags were another good category for us and continue into 2021. The Zoom calls that we're all in, I can see all of your backgrounds here. And the thing that I'm missing when I look at you and when your customers are doing Zoom calls is your branding. So it's kind of fun. It's like, oh, I love that lamp, or I love that. But where's that brand? For 10 months now, your customers have been doing these Zoom calls and they've missed having their brand front and center. So this is a great way for your customer to keep their brand front and center by having the back walls, but also protecting privacy. Because I know a lot of people that are, teaching their kids at the same time and they think, oh my gosh, I got to clean up the living room. I've got a Zoom call. They don't need to worry about that. Cover up their background. And a fun idea with that, if you do a double-sided one, because we have all different price points, you could do something fun on the background. It could be a family picture. It could be a pet. So if it's out in my living room, because that's the only space I have, I just turn it around on the weekend and I'm not totally seeing work the whole weekend. So that's kind of a fun idea for you. And last, to wrap it up, we'll talk about marketing tools. Hopefully you saw some ideas either in the showroom or with what's trending and you're thinking, okay, this is where I can grow my business this year. This is where I can make some money. So the first thing I want to mention is we printed a catalog. And talking to people like yourselves, I have been told that customers are looking for something different. They're tired of looking at the screen. So if it comes through the mail, they're going to be excited. So we have the Showdown catalog. The other good news about that is our pricing isn't going to change. All of the industry publications are about shipping woes, and trust me, we're feeling them, but our pricing is locked in. We're here to provide that pricing throughout the year. And we do have an unbranded version called Display Solutions. So if you prefer to go unbranded, we can do that for you. We also have some mini catalogs. Now on the mini catalogs, unbranded if it's digital, I'll say Display Solutions like you see on the screen. It's going to say Showdown if you want to send that out. But these are nice because here's the health and safety. So you get a lot of ideas out there. Bestsellers one. So again, easy, inexpensive to ship. And your customer has something to page through instead of looking at a screen. And here's a little flags mini brochure. Again, if you aren't familiar, also the other reason flags we're selling is people are kind of spiffing up their facilities, getting ready for the return of employees. When you drive down the street, if you see a tattered flag, that's an opportunity for you. We also have these vertical markets flyers. I showed you the sports and recreation in the showroom. This is the healthcare, again, just showing our products in their space. This is education. There's 11 different vertical markets flyers, and you can easily, when you're logged in, you can get any of these unbranded, just drop your logo and your contact information in there. Last April and May, we did a lot of graduation type products. Kids are back in school now, so the need isn't as strong, but I'm telling you, I think a lot of these schools are going to continue with the yard signs for graduates because graduation's still going to look different. And now that we saw it last year, people are going to want to continue it. So this is a flyer all about graduation ideas with our products. Again, you can customize it. So whether you work with high schools, even I saw them for like 5th grade graduation, kindergarten, you name it. People were having fun with celebrating everyone. We also have a lot of communicating through COVID flyers. So these are all of those health and safety product flyers. You can pick up by product, like the counter barriers, or you can do it by theme, like welcome back employees. We have some social media videos, and I will send you the links to these. This is a quick 1-minute one, so it'll show you the quality of the video, and they are unbranded. So again, it connects your brand in this category so your customers know you can help them as they return to the office. So again, that's unbranded, and that's one about vaccination sites, but we have new normal, welcome back employees, and back to school. And I can get the list from Alyssa and send those links to you. Wrapping it up with personalized websites. If you haven't done one of these yet, definitely give it strong consideration. You can build this with your logo up here, your coloring for your logo. You choose which products are turned on. This is free, by the way. And then within a category, which products are going to be turned on. It's not e-commerce, but there's a list. So your customer goes through, they pick what they want, they send it to you. You can have multiple distributor websites. So you could have one for signage and displays. You could have one for health and safety, and you could do them for your top customers. Real easy to set up, takes about 10 minutes, and any of us are happy to help you with that. I will send you a link that has a video that walks you through step by step, and it's super easy and very powerful because your customers are online and you want to meet them where they are. Any products that you saw today that you're interested in, reach out to your local rep or your inside rep, and they can get some virtuals going for you. I think the most powerful tool we have this year to offer you, for you and your customers, is the virtual showroom. Sean had a great idea. Let's get it out in front of our customers. If you can't walk them through, share the link. They're going to see what it is that you can offer them. And it also makes you look great because you've been innovative and found a way to creatively show them product. Everything I talked about, as usual, is backed up by our on-target guarantee. Big part of that is the 100% satisfaction. So no worries as far as if your customer's not happy for any reason, we're going to take care of you. And one of the huge benefits of working with Showdown is if you call our 800 number, someone answers in 60 seconds or less. And you can get a quick answer and get back to your customers. Don't even bother with an email. Just go right to customer care. If they can't answer it, they'll get you in contact with who can answer for you. So we're definitely trade only. We sell through distributors like yourself. You can trust us. We very much value our partnership with you. Appreciate all of your time today. And I've got the customer service number at the top there. I've got my contact information at the bottom. And then we do have territory reps by geography. Any questions?
Sherry, we had one last one. Mike Keith asked, do you do fulfillment for programs?
So that's a really good, timely question. Last year, so yes, we could entertain it. So Mike, reach out and tell us what you're thinking. We've done fulfillment where it might have been a counter barrier and a face cover, but then they sent other stuff in and we shipped it out to different locations. We could definitely do fulfillment on or should be able to do on our product. So if it's a table throw and a banner, let's say, let's reach out to your local rep and tell us what you're looking for. We'll quote it and tell you what we can do, but we've definitely expanded in that area. Other questions?
I think that's all we've got, Sherry.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys found that to be beneficial and have some new ideas. And we look forward to growing our business this year. On and upward, right?
Right.
All right. Have a great day, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.